Yeah, Marcin, excited for this game. Should be a good matchup, two evenly balanced teams. Really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, as we are looking at the previous games, Slovakia had won with Greece 8-7 in a very, very entertaining game. With the last goal scored 10 seconds before the game. Then lost to France, won with Denmark, lost to Italy, won with Sweden, won with Poland in the overtime. Lost to Greece, and now we are at the last game of the tournament against Slovakia. And let us take a look at the previous games of Team Switzerland. Team Switzerland has been also doing well. They won with Scotland, won with Norway, lost to Israel, lost to Portugal and to France, both games by 1 goal only. Then won with Spain, lost to Netherlands, and now they're here against Slovakia. And let's look what's going on the field. Great pass through the crease upwards, but it's picked up by the Slovakian long pole number 15, Jackson Hartie. Oh, the first shot of the goal. 2 passes from Hartie to Ivan Černak, one of the best scorers in the Slovakian team, who converts this pass to a goal, making it 1-0 in the second minute of play. 1-0 for Team Slovakia.
And that play started with a great ground ball on the defensive end. Nice transition. Ran a little fast break and a nice shot for Slovakia.
Yeah, the shot was perfectly placed right in the top corner by Ivan Černak from the lefty side. I think it was just the first shot for Team Slovakia, and made very well, as we can see. Ball goes red. It's picked up after the face-off by Team Switzerland. Jeremy Kornus with the ball. Nice stride of intercepting it, but now it's the attack from the X by number 25, Luis Seftel. He's still on the ball. Passing it up to Dano Realini. Aidan Niklaus. And the new on the field just from the substitution, Kai Bidaman. And he will probably try to outrun his opponent from Team Slovakia. Team Switzerland wisely chosen to try to play running plays against Šorcik. No, it's moved behind the goal to the X. And moved by Thomas Gehring. Back to the top. Til Schütze. The other side to Aidan Niklaus, one of the most busy players during the Switzerland games. And a shot which goes wide, but the ball is backed up by Team Switzerland.
Yeah, and Marcin, I haven't seen either of these two teams play live yet during the tournament, so I'm really excited to get a chance to see it today, especially number 92 defending here for Slovakia. That's going to be Schutz, incredible player, University of Virginia, really great player, really nice young man too. Had a chance to say hi to him yesterday, met him on the tram and around the town, so really looking forward to see what he can do. We have a broken stick here. Flag on the play.
Okay, we've got some substitutions, but I think no penalties. Or no, there is a penalty.
There is a penalty. I think it was that broken stick. Now it was either going to be a cross check that broke the stick, or they may have gone with he sort of hung on to it for a little bit too long, which is something you can't do. You have to drop it immediately. Not sure which they call, but it will be a man-up opportunity for Switzerland.
Yeah, it's number 9 from Team Slovakia, Christian Mark Baboni, serving the penalty. Oh, a shot from the low angle, but placed very well by number 66 from Team Switzerland, as I can see, number 66.
Nor do I.
Okay,
sometimes I might want to.
I think it's David Bamert.
Okay.
I think so. I think he's just playing with number 66 instead of 24, as we can see in the roster. So they might be slight changes, but this should be David Bamert.
We had an incident like that the other day where Team Ireland had a number that didn't appear on the roster, but it turned out that he had forgotten his jersey at the hotel. They didn't have time to go back and get it, and the coach had an extra one about number 99, high number.
Maybe it was like that. So when we're talking about numbers, there's also number 33 from Team Slovakia, Marian Templeton Jadroň, who didn't he's a backup goalie, so he didn't maybe get enough minutes to mention it, but he's also one of the players who had been playing for the Intercross World Championships in 2004, 2005 and 2006, also for Team Slovakia, number 33, Marian Templeton Jadroň. Just worth mentioning it.
And the coach of Team Slovakia, he's actually at home. He lives in the same state as me in Massachusetts.
Jackson Harty, yeah?
Yes, and I'll tell you, he runs a program called Deerfield Academy. They're one of the top programs in the country, high school out in sort of western Massachusetts. Wonderful school, wonderful team, always successful, very competitive, and a lot of guys go to play big-time, NCAA Division I out of his program.
And a shot by Stefan Flaszka, number 99. But the shot is stopped by number 92, Andre Bremgartner, the goalie from Team Switzerland.
Really nice clear there. Just got that pass all the way up to midfield, and Switzerland now is able to settle down and set up their offense.
Yeah, they're now taking the time, bringing the ball behind the goal of Team Slovakia, just passing it around, trying to find an opportunity to dodge properly against maybe the weakest link of Slovakian defense. Aidan Niklaus to the back, and the ball goes again to Niklaus, then to Schütze, and Schütze will try to either score or even draw a slide. No, the ball is passed to the X, up to Niklaus. But he unfortunately drops the ball, so the ball is kicked to the other side of the field and picked by one of the Slovakian players. Number 34, I think it could be Filip Moravčík, but we're also not very sure since there are some changes. Or Šimon Tomaj.
Makes our job a little difficult when the rosters don't match up with the players on the field.
I think they're just some new players, because I know the story of Šimon Tomaj, who couldn't be here from the beginning of the tournament. He just came a few days later. That's maybe why he's assigned here without a number on our rosters. But I remember Šimon Tomaj was also playing here in Wroclaw in Silesia Cup like 15 years ago, one of the first Silesia Cup, when he came here to play with one of the Slovakian teams. Either it was Headhunters or the Tricksters, I can't even remember, but I still remember him playing on the same fields 15 years ago. And another attack from Team Switzerland, shot by number 8, Alexander Budmiga, which is converted into the other goal, the second goal for Team Switzerland, which should be now leading 2-1 for Slovakia, with 7 minutes left in the first quarter of this game.
It was a nice little dodge right there, sort of split from left to right. Got to a strong, dominant right hand. Nice hard shot, great placement by the keeper. Really nice goal.
And the referees prepare another face-off. As we're here talking about the referees, it's also very worth mentioning that the referees are guided by the educators who help them provide the best refereeing in the job and try to correct their mistakes, and are watching all of the games. But there was an illegal procedure by Team Switzerland, so the ball goes on the Slovakian side to number 9. This may be Šimon Tomaj. No, it's Christian Mark Baboni, excuse me.
That was one of those situations where he sort of, trying to time up the whistle. The face-off guys always try to do that. Rolled into it a little bit, beat the whistle, and the ball did go to Slovakia.
Baboni to Erik Lichtner, Lichtner to Jacob Nanowski. Nanowski runs hard towards the goal and shots, but the shot is blocked by the goalie from Team Switzerland, Andre Bremgartner. Ball goes wide and also wide because it's backed up by Slovakian players who try to run now against the long ball. The ball is passed up the field, maybe to Nanowski.
Yeah, Nanowski, that was a really nice drive. Why not go back to it again?
Something's wrong with the goalie. I think he got hit in the helmet.
Yes.
So it's now worth...
Came unbuckled there, I think. And so safety first, they always stop, especially for the goalie. Everyone else, if you lose, a piece of your
I think even in ice hockey, it's when the puck hits the goalie, the referee should stop the game and check if.
Yeah, goalie is always,
okay.
you know, you can't have a game without a goalie in lacrosse.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned to the officials, you can't have a game without officials. We do appreciate the hard work they've done.
Great job and a shot. Mark Lichtner, one of the Lichtner brothers, just made a great rolling dodge and came in front of the goal, shot it, but the shot was stopped. It's also worth mentioning that Eric and Mark Lichtner are the sons of Tomasz Lichtner, number 77. So it's incredible to see two generations of Slovakian lacrosse on one field. But now we got nice clear from Team Switzerland. The ball is being brung up by number 66, David Bamert. Passed to player number 25, Louis Zeftel. Yeah. Played to the other side of the field, now upfield. And we can expect the another running play. Now maybe by Til Schutze, who's just patiently waiting for his teammates to substitute. Down to Zeftel. It's running against Nanoski and shooting hard. But AJ Baboni, the Slovakian goalkeeper, had everything under control, just caught the ball and passed it to one of his long poles. Now the ball is in an Eric Lichtner stick. Pass to the long pole.
Yeah, both goalies have had a few saves here in the early going. That's a really nice save right there by the big lefty. Very athletic in order that he went up with one hand to grab that and sort of cradle it and corral the ball so that they could help clear.
One of the involved in the clear, number 29, Branislav Adam, is also the head of the program and the president of Slovakian Lacrosse Federation. So it's really nice to have him involved not only in playing games. Great passes around the goal to number 11, Samuel Postma, who got caught by and went outnumbered by the Slovakians, by the Swiss. But there was a great pass. And Stefan Flaszka is losing the ball, but picking it up in next second, preventing from a fast break from Team Switzerland. Nanoski on the ball, running hard, passing to the X. Ball was passed up to Mark Lichtner, shot from the outside.
Goalie, yes. No one was behind at X. There was no one below goal line extended. The goalie in his crease was the deepest player, closest to the point of exit where and when it went out of bounds. The ball will go to Switzerland.
Less than 3 minutes left in the first period of the game. Switzerland's number 77, Matthias Friedrich, with the ball patiently. Oh, it wasn't. If it wasn't a foul,
flag.
It could have been an empty neither, but it's not because the play from number 11, Samuel Postman, was considered a foul.
Yep,
so now we'll have it.
That'll be a 30-second technical foul on a hold. It's a free clear for Switzerland. Anytime you have a time foul like that, you're going to have a free clear. So it'll be Switzerland ball, man up 30 seconds.
Time for Switzerland to maybe extend their lead to 2 goals. Like for now, it's the score 2 Switzerland, 1 Slovakia. But there are some struggles with picking the ball up. We really know as the organizers, the fields are worn up, but that's what happens when it rains for 2 days.
Sure did, and there was some really competitive games on this field last night. We had the Italy-Ireland game, great game on this field in a downpour. So they've held up really well, and credit to the folks working on the fields.
Shot by Swiss player number 66, David Bamert. It goes wide, but the ball stays red. Yes, coming back to the field conditions, I always say that they're the same for both teams.
Absolutely, you're correct there.
66, he should receive the ball once again, David Bamert, but they managed to pick up the ball. Another ground ball for Team Red. Pass behind the goal. And Niklaus, one of the busiest players during games of Switzerland, passes to the Schutze. Schutze to Kunik.
Number 66 for Switzerland there, hobbling off the field, looking to substitute. Got a little bit banged up on that last play.
Yeah, he fought hard for this ground ball after dropping it. 13 shoots it, Schütze shoots, and another goal for Til Schütze. Also remember him from being a commentator on the other Switzerland games, one of the hardest working players along with Aidan Niklaus. So he earns himself a great goal, making it 3-1 in favor of Team Switzerland.
And the clock will now stop with 30 seconds in the first quarter. The time runs in the first 3 quarters until the last 30 seconds. We're now at 30 seconds. It'll stop. We'll have the face-off. Violation there by Switzerland, and Slovakia will go on offense.
Number 4, Nanoski, Jacob Nanoski, also one of the outstanding Slovakian players on the other side, passes the ball to Stefan Flaška.
Here's the guy you want to have with the ball right here, Griffin
Schutz.
Schutz.
Yeah, one of the also best ball handlers in the team. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice underhand shot by number 17, Erik Lichtner, who cuts the lead of Team Switzerland just to 1 point, making it 3-2, still in favor of Switzerland. And we've got only a little bit more than 4 seconds left in the first period of the game. So,
and that's one of those situations too where defenses have to, they concentrate a lot on Schutz defensively, and I heard them say, early double. So sometimes, he was in an assisting role right there, got it to his teammate, and a nice shot for a goal.
Yeah, it was probably just an easy lacrosse play, drawing a slide, passing it down in the way from.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, reading the defense and passing the ball in the right direction. Some kind of a little bit of ice hockey, which is also really popular in Switzerland. But
clock is stopped. End of the quarter.
Stopped.
End of the quarter.
Into the quarter. Okay, yes, thank you. So we've got at the end of the quarter number 9, 2 minutes of the break before we get to the second part of the game. See you soon. Just getting back to the game and to the second quarter of the matchup between Slovakia and Switzerland, the fight for the 11th place of the tournament. For now, we know that the teams from the finishing from the first place to the 7th are going to play in the World Lacrosse Championships in 2027, but the teams between 8th place and up to the 21st will play in the Tier 2 World Lacrosse Championships. It would be the first time we're divided into the elite. Oh, the ball is dropped by number 8, Alexander Budmiger, Team Switzerland, and picked up by Nanoski. It could be an easy goal. And it is an easy, maybe not easy goal, but just a situational play.
Yeah, that was just a hard take to the net. He was sort of crashing, going right to the net. We have a flag on that. It may be a push that could be wiped off. They might have had a push in the crease. Push. And so
we'll see, but it was just a great opportunity taken by Jacob Nanoski, who just saw he could pressure the player, having the ball in the ride, took the ball and just lift off himself just in the way to the goal and
And
converted.
good
this
things
possession.
happen when you ride hard. That was a
Yes.
time where they rode really hard, got the ball back, rewarded for it, got the goal, had the push, and the flag will be wiped off with the goal. Technical fouls go away on a goal. We'll have a face-off.
So coming back to the places in the tournament, this is the battle for the 11th place of the tournament, which means both teams will be qualified to the Tier 2 World Championships, but the special case for the 7th place and the 21st place, which means if you're in or not, will take place tomorrow. So we left those very important matches for the World qualifications for tomorrow, alongside with the gold medal game, but the bronze medal game between Ireland and England will be here today at 7 p.m. So be with us. We've got a little timeout. One of the teams decided to take some time off to talk a bit, and the score is now equal. That's a draw. 3 Slovakia and 3 Switzerland. Yeah, we were talking a little bit offline that with the mics muted, that the game was supposed to be very balanced, and for now, entering the second quarter, yes, it is.
Yeah, it sure is. These are two evenly matched teams. We've seen some nice play by the goaltenders. I think the face-off guy, Rialini, for Switzerland's done a nice job on the draw today. But you know what? The balls come out. There's been some battles for ground balls. Timeout right there by Slovakia. They want to go over a few things. You get 2 timeouts per half in lacrosse, and we always say that you can't take them with you, so you might as well take them. That was more of a possession.
Just use them, yeah.
Possession timeout right there, and they'll come out, maybe draw something up, and they'll try to get a goal, maybe pull into the lead here. The sun is out today, which is nice. Good change from yesterday.
Yes, this is more the typical Polish summer, as we said yesterday, laughing at the Polish summer, raining constantly for 2 days. It haven't happened for a long time to have such a rainy month this spring and summer, but it just came out like that. Better for the plants.
I'm saying it has been. The first few days were very cool in the tournament. I'm sure that the players, like that. And even my son plays for Team Ireland. He was on this field last night. He said that the field, the conditions were still pretty good. It held up really well. Around the creases was a little bit sloppy, but the crew here did a wonderful job doing their best in the fields. I think it was a good surface to be on. Frankly, I'd rather be on this field than the turf field when it's really wet. It's very slippery over there.
It's getting slippery. That's true. But as always, same slippery for both teams. But
Absolutely.
Let's get back to the play. Nanoski pushing the ball back to Postma, who's trying to dodge from the X, and he draws the flag. Shots also. Postma didn't score a goal, but drew a penalty against Team Switzerland. So there's probably number 2, Jeremy Kornus, running off. No,
it'll be a 1 minute slash on that. Nifty little attempt towards the goal. We had a swim move to sort of a jump back, jump shot. Nice attempt right there. And now we'll get to see the Slovakia man-up team.
Team Switzerland is now man down. So let's see how with the player advantage will behave the Slovakians. They're just circling the ball around from Flaszka to Nanoski, from Nanoski to Lichtner. Played behind the goal to the open Lichtner, and a low shot by number 17 Erik Lichtner. Now Nanoski is taking the ball. Lichtner once again, and no goal! Stopped by Andre Breimgartner. Now some struggles with clearing the ball from Team Switzerland. Oh, I was just about to say Damian Brandenberger, 72, just did it, but here Nanoski plays to Czernak. Czernak to Schutz. And Schutz makes the clever decision to run to the free space. Lichtner passes down to Nanoski. Nanoski to Lichtner, and it's again in Stefan Flaszka's stick.
Penalty's been released.
Yeah, teams are even. Schutz just pass it to the X, and Lichtner shots. Stopped. Lichtner shots stopped by Andre Breimgartner. And we have a ball going down the opposite way, cleared by Team Switzerland. Wonderful pass. And a shot by Christopher Claessens. Shot goes wide, but there's something bad happening to Christopher Claessens as he lays on the soil.
And so the official did point that it'll be Slovakia ball. They suggested that the goalie was the closest. Again, no one was at goal line extended or below.
It was just a fast break at that.
There was an attempt. The player. I think sometimes you get those. You get tunnel vision. You want to go to the net right there. He had the one more look. He had a teammate on the pipe waiting for it there, and he did have the one more. But they will lose possession. It'll go to Slovakia. I was impressed with the previous man up. Nice defense by Switzerland, but they really good ball movement. You saw Schutz, pick the ball up.
Yeah.
Move it quickly off the turf. I know he's been
whole of the play took like 6 seconds. Yeah.
Exactly.
Picking
he's been trained that since his
down.
youth. Playing at Deerfield, Trumbull, Connecticut native.
Oh, okay.
Good to see him out here. University of Virginia.
We're waiting for the whistle. Yeah, okay. Now Team Slovakia tries to clear the ball. Pass to the inside to Flaška. Flaška goes up the field. And when he's in a secure place, he passes it to Lichtner, one of the brothers.
That was impressive speed by Flaška. I thought there on the clear there. A really nice job.
Big guy and a strong guy.
Yeah.
And a fast one.
They have a couple of those there. Number 4 as well.
Schultz, Griffin, Danowski, yeah. Okay, the ball is just passed around. Now it's in Flaška's stick, who backs up to take a dodge on number 2, Jeremy Kornus. A little pick and roll action. Shot by Brandon Kunik, but from the outside, those shots are risky. So that's why the ball is now going the other way. Oh, Switzerland, it won't be a fast break. It was kind of a fast break situation, but also wisely slowed down by the Swiss players. They know that they have been playing mostly the offense, so they try to give them a bit of a rest. And now Casey Realini is trying some offensive plays against, I think, Martin Kramar. Oh! It was a great idea to pass the ball to the player from the X, to Thomas Gehring. But unfortunately, the pass was just...
Felt like he was getting himself in a nice position to shoot that ball, too. Made the nice look, was an unselfish play.
But a great interception and a beautiful pass to open Thomas Gehring, who unfortunately dropped the ball. It could have been a goal, but another take from Team Switzerland. And a penalty for Martin Kramar, number 23 from Team Slovakia. I also remember Martin from many, many years ago, and he was surely playing for Bratislava Tricksters here, also in Silesia Cups, like since, I don't remember, 2015 or something like that. So 10 years or even more, he had been coming to Wrocław many, many times. Nice to see him again here. Man up, Team Switzerland. Ball passed around. They're preparing themselves to move the defense of Team Slovakia a bit and try to shoot. Shot hard and stopped by AJ Baboni, who just makes a beautiful pass to clear the ball quickly and effectively. Oh, a great pass to number 34 and a shot by Simon Tomaj.
Flag down.
Another flag down.
Yep, it's going to be an offsides. So we'll get to see that Slovakia man up again. They had a nice break right there. Didn't finish. They did have the backup with Schutz behind the net.
Let's just highlight again the great job by Hartje. Oh, and number 34, Simon Tomaj probably, makes a beautiful goal. Congratulations. And that's the first lead of Team Slovakia in this game, because Tomaj puts them up with 1 goal. With score Slovakia 4, Switzerland 3. But what I was talking about, the number 15, Jackson Hartje, did an incredible job with bringing the ball in the previous play up the field with the longs and then passing it on the right side to probably Simon Tomaj or Filip Moravčík. There are the 2 players.
Yes, that was a nice finish right there. I like how he froze the goal. He made a little fake and then finished over the top. Nice job. Could get withholding here. Should be withholding right there.
And it is.
Yep.
So the ball goes red.
Got to give him 5 yards too. We're going to have a flag right here. That's going to be a flag down. He has to give him 5 yards defensively.
It should be penalized, but it won't be a
flag down.
It's down, yeah. Okay.
Yes, oh no, he had it. The official, whenever it happens in the backfield, they sort of hold it up in the air until they come to the forward, and then he did drop it.
So there's going to be another penalty against Slovakia.
Drawing
Casey Realini
could have had another one there.
Casey Realini was trying to do some individual play just to come in front of the goal, as he knew that if he drops the ball, they'll still get it. So he tried hard, the ball went down, and
he drew about 4 or 5 defenders. I think the whole team was taking a whack at him there for a second.
Christian Baboni is on the penalty bench.
30-second technical.
And the ball is just played around the goal of Team Slovakia, guarded by AJ Baboni.
Little flip.
Some hidden ball trick. Maybe it was that. Number 13, Til Schütze, was trying to score. Didn't make it, but the ball was backed up by Switzerland. Casey Realini. Once again to Schütze, who now converts his shot and the possession of the ball into another point. The point number 4 for Team Switzerland. So they're equalizing now the score, and that's what we talk about when saying the game will be balanced. It's like 5 minutes and a little bit left in the first half of the game, and the score is equal, 4-4.
Very impressed by that skip pass there across the Slovakia, defense. Great catch and rip, nice goal.
Remember also to watch our game studio in the evening of each day. The game studio we call the fifth quarter, as Miłosz and Bernard are sitting here with us and doing some video documentary of this game for the 11th place.
Timeout.
And there's a timeout for Team Red, which means Team Switzerland. As I just said before, remember to watch the game studio in the evening. It's being broadcasted live from the White Tent here near the Summer Lakes Village at Pola Marsowe w Wrocławiu during the European Men's Lacrosse Championships. So please come with us. It's made live, so you can tell whatever you like to the players, guests, or the host, which is me. So if you'll be here, I'll be very thankful. If not, you can watch us live or watch us whenever you like on YouTube. Also, this stream is broadcasted on Lax TV and World Lacrosse. Thank you. I hope there are many people watching us and watching the European lacrosse growing here in Wrocław.
Marcin, I have to tell you, I watch that show religiously. I watch it every night. I think you do a great job with the players or coaches, whoever you have on. I love the highlights. And, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention all the volunteers who've helped out with this and people with video and sort of the social media aspect of this. We were talking in between the quarters, and it's just been done so professionally here. This is my second consecutive year coming to Wrocław. Was here for the Under-20 World European Championships last summer. Here again this summer.
Won by Team Ireland.
Won by Team Ireland. Yes, my younger son Sean was on the team. But I'll tell you, my wife, my family, we were over. We had such a great time, and I was looking forward. So happy to be back again this year. I will say that I was spoiled with the weather last year. It was so warm, and I came over with just shorts and light clothing, and it's been a little cooler and rainy. So good thing I have a good raincoat. Excited to be here for this game, all tied up, and.
Poland and Wrocław is situated in kind of I would say, central or eastern central Europe. That's why the weather can be a little bit, let's call it, swifty.
Yes.
And it's like to change, but we like it. Okay, the ball is back in the game. Number 23, Thomas Gehring, trying to outrun Jackson Hartier. But Team Switzerland withdraws from trying to score on the long sticks. Oh, just ball passed to Christopher Klaasens, who took his shot, which was stopped, but the ball is still in the sticks of Team Switzerland. Now it's Aiden Niklaus. Oh, great shot, but once again, great, incredible job from AJ Baboni.
The big lefty's doing a great job in net there. Just very athletic. Again, I mentioned it earlier, but those are two big saves right there for him, as time is ticking away here in the half.
Now it's Stefan Flaska. Passing it to Mark Lichtner, one of the sons of Tomasz Lichtner, number 77. Back to Flaska. That's also a patient game. I think we're now experiencing both teams playing really patiently, taking their time to substitute. And there were some quick plays, some fast breaks, like an example, the first goal for Team Switzerland, but we're still having, if they can, they're taking their time, they're making some positional plays, like now number 17, Erik Lichtner will try to outrun the short stick, and if not, he passes it to Nanowski, then to Postma. who's trying to do some magical plays from the X. And then the ball is moved once again to Lichtner on the top, playing against Aidan Niklaus. Oh, great pass to the wing, and the pass defeat the incoming player Stefan Flaska from up top. But the clear was intercepted by Nanoski, pass to Flaska and stopped by Andre Braingartner. What a play, what a few nice, interesting seconds of lacrosse we had here in the game for the 11th place. Baumgartner with the ball in his goalie stick. Ball passed up the field to Aidan Niklaus. Then to Jakob Kornus. Oh, a great try from Thomas Gehring. But it was intercepted and read clearly by the Slovakian defense. Now we're seeing some, as I like to say, ping pong game going from one coast to another.
Sure are.
That's just 1 minute after I saw the game is made patiently.
Both teams have been aggressively riding there. We saw a turnover one of the previous times. It looks like we'll have a timeout on the field. Like I said, can't take them with you.
Yep.
They'll talk about it. Flag down, though.
I don't know why, but there's a flag thrown. So we're going to have some men up. And as you said just seconds before, we've got 1 second less than 2 minutes until the halftime. Remember, just to remind you that here in Wroclaw in International Lacrosse, the last 30 seconds of the quarters number 1, 2 and 3 are stoppage time, and in the fourth quarter, the last 2 minutes of the game are also stopped after every referee's whistle. So we're near entering the stoppage time.
Tell you, with the rain that we had last night and the weather, I was watching some of the highlights, and some of the officials were so, they're so dirty and muddy, the poor officials, and I'm saying they probably didn't bring them multiple pairs of shoes necessarily. They're gonna have to dry that stuff out, or I'm sure they have a couple, but man, it was a messy one over here last night with the rain we had.
There's one fun story from the let's call it from the kitchen of the tournament, from our organizers, us organizers. Like the uniforms of the teams are regularly taken by one of the, let's call it, taxi companies to the laundry, to make the laundry, and it got stuck. And there was a danger of one of the teams playing without the uniforms. We were even finding Kosiniarze Wrocław, my former lacrosse team, uniforms to borrow them, but fortunately for all of us, we bring them back. But it was a kind of emotional situation yesterday evening.
And even on the organizational end, there's a lot of moving parts.
Yes.
A lot of things could go wrong, and sometimes they do.
Yeah, but fortunately we managed to repair everything. And there was a shot by Erik Lichtner, stopped by another goalie. I think one of the defenders deflected the shot with his body. But
not too fun when you take a shot like that off your body.
Yes, it's true. Today Adam Timorek from my national team Poland, my favorite one, just got hit hard, but as we could see, he still feels okay. Great job with ball movement from Team Slovakia. Now it's Nanoski with the ball, shooting it hard, but Braingartner once again saves Team Switzerland. There's less than 52 seconds left in this quarter until the halftime. So now Slovakia is bringing the ball. I will think they'll probably wait with the last play of this game, like to the last 10 seconds. So they've got like 35 left. Maybe the referees will show the stall warning, or even not. They're just waiting a bit with the ball in Erik Lichtner's stick. No, it's Postma stick. Number 11, Samuel Postma. And now he's beginning to play with 20 seconds left on the clock. Passing it to Lichtner. Lichtner to Nanoski. And he's against the shorty. Peak from number 26.
There's your stall warning.
Yes, there is, so they should keep it inside. There's 79. Nanoski still rotating with the ball and an offender, and turning his body around and turning this shot to a goal. 5 Slovakia, 4 Switzerland, with less than 6 seconds left until the halftime. What a great job by Nanoski.
Really nice job. I mentioned number 4 earlier. He had a great left-handed dodge. He shows that he can, ambidexterity. He can go to his left. He can go to his right. Sort of had like a little question mark type move, a high jump shot, tall young man. Nice goal. Really nice, and especially so late in the quarter. Those are heartbreaking when you're on defense.
That's true, and it's always better to step out of the field during halftime with a lead or even a draw, but having to chase the score, it's always a bit uncomfortable. This shot shouldn't count, I think, even if it went in, because we were out of time. So we've got now 10 minutes of the break, after which we'll be back soon with you in the game for the 11th place between Slovakia and Switzerland.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick. Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Welcome back. We're here for the second half. We have Switzerland and Slovakia. It's been a very entertaining game so far today. Really looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, the score is Slovakia 5, Switzerland 4 for now. Let's see how the game will develop in the next few minutes. We have got 2 full quarters of the game.
That was a really nice wing play right there on the face-off by Brandon Hunick. Got that ground ball, settled it up, got it to his attackman. And Switzerland will get their personnel straightened out. They look to attack the goal. We have a turnover here. We had too many men on the field. It'll go to Slovakia. Will look to clear. Little overthrow right there, but it works out okay.
Slovakian ball in the offensive half of the field, being just slowly passed from Flaska to Lichtner, from Lichtner to Nanoski, the scorer of the last goal in the first half.
Yeah, a beauty.
A beauty, that's true. Was just rolling around and scoring. Lichtner, number 17, to Flaska, to Lichtner. They're just passing the ball around at the top of the offensive side, around the restraining line. Nanoski with the ball. Shoot it, but the ball goes wide. Once again, I'd like to mention number 33 of Team Slovakia, Marian Templeton Jadroň, who has been also an intercross player for Team Slovakia in the Intercross International World Championships 3 times, 2004, 5 and 6. Big shout out to Marian.
Marcin, I love when you mention these tournaments from the early 2000s and guys have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we have some players like, Caldroni on Greece, or we had a goaltender on Denmark,
Team Greece,
16 or 17 years old. These guys weren't even alive back then. It's very interesting that you have some guys that you remember from tournaments, and some of these young men are weren't even alive, weren't born yet. Flag down.
Oh, flag down. When I was playing my last game for Kosiniarze Wrocław 1 or 2 years ago, I was on the field with one of the youngest players, with Michał. And Michał was born in the year I started playing lacrosse. So that's what I love.
It's funny.
And you mentioned also the goalies. Goalie from Team Greece, Anthony Katagas, is over 50 years old, and he's playing, and he's inviting all of us to the Saloniki in Greece for the Sixes tournament this year. So if you're interested, check it with the Greek lacrosse. You're all invited.
So we have a man-up situation here for Slovakia. We had a slash on Switzerland. We'll see how this extra man unit works again out here today.
Nanoski passes it down the wing.
Pretty little behind the back, but goaltender was equal to it.
Hard hit.
That's a flag.
That's a flag. I think it was probably hit from behind.
Had a real plasky sound that we heard coming out of that. That didn't sound too good.
They're all alright, but it's worth punishing. So Slovakian player is heading to the bench, penalty bench, and he'll serve the penalty. So they will play 5 versus 5 for a moment. Ball on Aidan Niklaus. So it's gonna take a while playing 5v5, and then there's about to be a man up for Team Switzerland, which may help them equalize, since the score is with a 1 goal difference in favor of Team Slovakia, scored just before the whistle for the halftime. Yes, they're not rushing, they're just waiting for their player to come off the bench, and he's on here. So we're not even, we're having a man up situation for Team Switzerland. Ball circle round. Team Schütze to hidden ball trick. Passed on the other side. Realini to was passed quickly on the other side. Niklaus. Zeftel. Zeftel is with the ball, passes it down. He shows with his finger his teammates when the ball, how the ball should move. Zeftel, excuse me. Once again to the side, Niklaus. Oh, what a great skip pass and a feed to the inside to David Bamert. He was a sneaky one. But the ball didn't go in as the AJ Baboni was standing in the right place in the goal.
Flag down.
So there's going to be another penalty against Team Switzerland. Flag is thrown. Nanowski with the ball.
It's out of the box, kills the play. It's one of those interesting things where you may have some players who might be North American players,
Yeah.
you know, specifically, you know, NCAA, United States, in a man-up situation, flagged, or in a flag-down situation, you know, until you lose possession, you don't kill the play. But in international play, if it gets out of that restraining box, or if it goes down, the referees blow it dead, and then they adjudicate the foul.
That's true. Thank you for pointing that out.
And some of these guys, because I think that's what happens, is they get a little bit, you know, because they think,
A little bit
oh,
confused.
yeah, it's free play when you're at home, and then you come over here and it's like, oh, he can't step out of the box, forgot about that. But you'd think at this point they'd figure that out because it's been, you know, people played about, you know, 9 games or whatever it's been that they've played to this point.
For now, we have 10 minutes more left in the third period of the game. And there's going to be a penalty against Team Switzerland. We've got now 2 guys from Team Switzerland sitting in the penalty box and 1 Slovakian player. So we have a 5v4 situation and a goal by Jacob Nanowski. He just received the pass and made some outstanding outside shot.
Yeah, that's just a low-to-high rip by the big lefty right there. And like you mentioned earlier on one of the first goals, you know, picked a corner right there. Really nice shot, beats the keeper. Nice goal for Slovakia. Timeout of the play. And this timeout may be an attempt by whomever is, you know, on the man up, because I think we've had so many guys, we've had a little difficulty keeping track of who's in there. but oftentimes what you'll see in international lacrosse is after a goal, and if you have maybe a minute penalty, if you score early in it, you call that timeout because then you save the time, because, you know, you'd have to walk up, set up the face-off, get your personnel on, and you know, that could burn through 20 seconds right there. So smart timeout right there, with the hope that they'll win the face-off and be able to continue with the ball.
But now Team Slovakia is with the 2-goal lead, exceeded the goal difference with 1 goal, and we've got a little bit less than 10 minutes left in the third quarter. We've seen 10 goals so far in this game for the 11th place of the European Men's Lacrosse Championships in Wroclaw. Really entertaining game. Lots of shots, lots of patient play, but also some fast breaks, some nice skills from the individuals like Jacob Nanowski, or a great goal by David Bamert. Also great performance, which I would like to highlight, from the both goalies, Anthony Baboni, Slovakia, and Andre Breimgartner, Switzerland. They're doing just a wonderful job.
And you know what? I mean, Marcin, at this point, after playing, you know, this might be their 7th game or whatever. I'm not sure. I think it is. But, I mean, you know, 7 games in a short amount of days, not a lot of recovery time.
Playing every day,
you know, everyone's kind of banged up at this point out there, you know, officials included. That's a lot of running. It's a lot of consecutive days. So, you know, this is the final day for these teams. So, you know, they'll be ready to relax and recoup and maybe check out the Market Square down in Wroclaw.
Yeah, it's also worth mentioning, you said about the officials. They're really doing incredible job here. They're also working hard. They're watched by the educators who also help them to be better referees. So it's like it's not only the opportunity to choose the best team in the old continent, but also to develop lacrosse for the players, for the coaches, for the commentators like us, and for the referees too. So the ball is now passed to the stick of Anthony Baboni from Team Slovakia. The ball was dropped by one of the players, but it's regained. Thank you very much, Marty. Marty has just helped me with one of the rosters flying off our commentating bench, but we still got control over it. Regained it, thank you. But the ball was passed to Team Slovakia's offensive side of the field. Now in Stefan Flaska stick, he just puts it on the ground and passes it that way to Ivan Černak, one of the best scorers in history of Team Slovakia. To Lichtner, to Černak, Flaska and Postma. if he is about to play some running plays. Yeah, he moves his opponent up the field so he can have more space to dodge, probably both sides. And he chooses the left one. Pass to the inside to Flaska. Dropped, but they still go. Oh, no, I was just saying they still got it. They don't. The pass was intercepted by Switzerland, and a fast break opportunity for Team Switzerland. Not. Oh. We have a bit of a part of a...
Flag down.
Yes, there's going to be a penalty against Team Switzerland. No, it was... Yes, there's a penalty.
Yeah. 23. Oh, actually, it's going to go to 17, but it'll be on Slovakia. It's going to be a technical foul.
30 seconds and released after the goal.
Yep.
If the goal comes. The score is still 4 Switzerland, 6 Slovakia. As the time passes by, we've got just a few minutes left. 8 minutes.
And I think that was going to be interference we called there. The ball was
Maybe.
away, and then he sort of contacted the player, sort of impeded his progress when the ball wasn't within 5 yards. So I think it's an interference, and we'll have a man-up situation for Switzerland.
The ball is in Louis Zeftel's stick. He's just waiting patiently for his teammates to substitute. And he's dropping the ball for the referee to move it a bit. No, the ball will be white.
Okay, then I guess they must have picked up that flag, so I have no idea what just happened there, and I like to think that I have pretty good knowledge of these things.
To be honest, I haven't. No, okay, now we can see 2 Swiss players sitting on the bench. So there was a penalty. I think it was for the slash, maybe.
Okay.
But the free clear for Team Slovakia. And number 22, Stanislav Purgat, comes off and passes the ball to Postma.
6-on-4 man up right here. If you're Slovakia, you really want to score a goal right here and rotate that ball, get it moving.
2-man advantage for Team Slovakia. Griffin shoots with the ball, passes it behind to Nanowski, up the field to Lichtner, then to Flaska, and to Griffin shoots, who just packs the ball inside the cage of Team Switzerland. Andre Breimgartner had, to be honest, nothing to do, nothing to stop.
Yeah,
there was just him versus Griffin shoots number 42, and a great placement of the shot just into the top corner of the goal. So
really nice ball movement though leading up to that shot there. They they have clearly numbers 6-on-4. It's it's one of those instances where you want to score if you're in white right there. They did. They moved the ball well. Nice placement by Schutz right there.
So it was just a great performance on man up, and there are still 1 player down from Team Switzerland, so we may have another man up opportunity, but Slovakia enhancing their lead to 7 against 4.
Play on. We have a push.
Ball goes red. Aidan Niklaus takes the ball and brings it up to Zeftel, excuse me. Louis Zeftel on the other side of the pitch. Pass to Thomas Gehring. And there, even as we can hear the players screaming, so that means penalties done, and Team Switzerland may start their own positional defense as they planned.
Oh,
and Martin Kramer picks up the ball and tries to clear it as fast as possible, and is being pushed out, but in a legal manner by Aidan Niklaus. So another half a minute of the penalty.
So that'll be a 30-second penalty on a push. We heard a Slovakia player exclaim "ow" right there as he got pushed. Pushed legitimately, yes it was. I think he maybe embellished a little bit, sort of. Maybe I might be watching some professional soccer recently, or as you call football,
yes,
sometimes.
Football.
But trying to get the Oscar award right there.
But the penalty was earned.
It was. No, there's no doubt there was a push. I think he was trying to go for like something illegal body check. Maybe try to get an extra 30 seconds on that. Maybe something that's not releasable.
I don't want to offend anybody.
No,
but
I'm only playing. Yes.
Let's be a bit controversial, because here in Poland, in Kosinier, a few years ago, we have described this kind of behavior when you're trying to get the foul as being Barcelona.
Okay, yeah.
Barceloniu trochę, which means a little bit added to the action of
Yes.
the play. Doesn't matter. Now
Great
it's man
ground
up
ball.
for Team Slovakia. Oh, a shot goes really high. Shot by Griffin Schutz, who now, I don't know if he checks his stick, but the shot went really...
And Budmeger with a really nice run out right there. It was a Kunik. I can't tell whether it's 8 or 9 over there, but really nice run out to get that chase. Really smart heads-up play by Switzerland.
But a great pressure by Griffin Schutz. Was it re-entering the crease, or maybe not?
I think they're saying the ball was loose, so he
Yes.
might be okay on that one. He kind of dribbled it into the crease, but it might have been that sort of going from out to in, but not.
Just passed it inside, I think. Okay, Tomasz Lichtner, Erik Lichtner picks up the ball, rubs the Wies
Numbers
player,
here.
and the pass to Griffin Schutz, who passes it to Czernak, and Czernak adds another point to his all-time life record.
It's a really nice finish right there, but also I'll tell you that was what was really also very nice was the the trail check going the other way, knocking that ball loose, moving it up the field, and then we had great transition by Slovakia to get that goal.
I also see two of our great parts of the media team, Sam and Summer, who are preparing here with us for the post-game interview. So remember, after the final whistle, just wait a little bit so Summer or Sam can make some of the post-game interviews live here on Lax TV or Will Lacrosse, no matter where are you watching us. Another face-off after the goal. The score is 4 Switzerland, 8 Slovakia. And a timeout.
Timeout. And as you mentioned right there, Summer and Sam doing post-game interviews, they've done such a great job over this tournament, just really, always coming up and sort of, they have in mind who they'd like to interview, and in most cases it's the, always the appropriate one. They have great questions. They do a really nice job, both of them. I also have to credit my partner here, Marcin, who's doing play-by-play. I mean, he has done a tremendous job. He sort of, runs a lot of the things that are happening here, the media-based stuff, the opening ceremony, closing ceremonies, really, the post-game, like we mentioned, the wrap-up at the end of the day. Big NBA fan right here.
Yes, I am.
I'm also happy to say that he's a Celtics fan.
Yes,
over
I am.
here, and I'm a Boston Celtics fan as well, so we have that. We had a sort of a phone conversation, on FaceTime or something a few weeks back before the tournament, and we both, realized that, hey, Celtics fans, so I think that kind of like if you're a lacrosse fan, which I am too. I mean, I think lacrosse is such a small world. I could talk to anybody about lacrosse. If I go to a wedding or I go somewhere and I meet someone, oh, this guy played lacrosse, he's my new best friend. Talk to that guy all the time, and Marcin's the same way, and I can definitely appreciate that we both appreciate the same
Thank you very much.
basketball
As
team
you
as
stay
well.
here in Wrocław, you should also know that Wrocław's basketball team, Śląsk Wrocław, is the most successful in basketball in Poland with 18 national championships.
Great.
So it happened to be the basketball city of Poland, being also the European lacrosse capital for the next few days. So it's I also love all of the similarities between the games, especially in example in box lacrosse when you set the peaks and 90% of your game is based on 2-man game, 3-man game, and moving around.
People in the United States will often think that hockey is a better translator for lacrosse, and I always tell them now basketball is team defense, help defense, picking, rolling, popping.
Or
it's
maybe
all
we
basketball.
can say that basketball, the lacrosse looks like the basketball and ice hockey child.
Yeah.
But we're back in the game with ball possession by Team Switzerland. David Bammer passes it back, but the ball is picked up by the Slovakian players. Now Stanislav Purgat clearing the ball, doing it patiently, waiting for his teammates, being checked by Aidan Niklaus, but still on the ball, and passed it to his friend Mark Lichtner, one of the Tomasz Lichtner sons, who just threw this. Oh,
flag. Should be a flag there, and there
yes,
will
it
be.
is. That's why I made O.
Yeah. Oh, he went down a little high. They go trip, which, it's one of those things. It's going to be a trip, is going to be a push. A trip is a minute. A push would be 30, so that's going to be a trip on that. Great call by the official right there. Correct call. And we will see, once again, the Slovakia man-up team.
So we have another man-up opportunity for Team Slovakia.
Nice check.
Another
call.
push, yeah, another push, but a good call, and the
That
ball goes
was.
red.
I think the official that was right on in front of him, he sort of didn't have a good view maybe, but it was really nice that the trail official did. Nice call.
But the ball regained very quickly by Team Slovakia, so they can prepare another man-up attack, since there are like a few seconds left with the man advantage. Nanowski with the ball, passes it back to the wing. To Postma. Postma to Nanowski. Flaska. Lichtner, and we're even now. So the man-up ended. Team Slovakia is playing against 6 defenders and the goalie from Team Switzerland.
Yeah, Slovakia, 1, 2, 3. All right, yep.
Great move by, I think, Simon Tomaj. And now Nanowski struggled with his opponent Jeremy Kornus. Just decided to pass the ball to Postma.
Flag
And
down.
another flag. That's also a part of lacrosse, but there are many penalties in this game. Ball shot by number 21, Mark Lichtner. Let's check the protocols, how many penalties we have in this game, because yesterday the game of the day was a semi-final between Israel and England, and the game was really beautiful with 14 goals and only 3 penalties. And
That's
for
great.
now we've got like, oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 or even 14 penalties in this one matchup between Slovakia and Switzerland for the battle for the 11th place of the tournament. Yes, the lacrosse is also, penalties are also part of lacrosse, but we're seeing 14 of them here in this matchup compared to yesterday, 3s.
That's the end of the quarter right there, is it? It is.
I think so, because the clock is counting down from 2 to nothing, so it means the short period, short break between the third and the fourth quarter. Let's remind us the score: Slovakia 8, Switzerland 4. So as the time passes, it's getting more and more difficult to for Switzerland players to try to close the gap and be closer to Slovakia. We've seen comebacks like this. I remember 2 days ago when Poland were playing against Wales, and the score was 7-2 in favor of Wales, but Poland did it and came back to 8-8. Unfortunately, then lost to another goal. But coming back with 4 goals in 1 quarter isn't easy, but it won't be a big problem in the game of lacrosse. But for now, it looks like in our statistic we don't have a ball possession shown. But I think, like for now, it's really in favor of Team Slovakia. They have a lot more time on the ball, so I think it's getting more and more difficult against.
And part of that too, when you think about it, is that we've had Switzerland in the box quite a bit too. They've had a lot of penalties, so it's hard to score when you're man down, and you're giving that opportunity for your opposition to get a relatively easy goal as they have the extra man. The one thing I can say to the benefit of Switzerland is that their face-off man has done a really good job today. So you know, he's either won them or sort of won the clamp, and then his wings maybe sometimes don't always come up with it. But you know, if you have that face-off guy, it can be a major factor. We saw that last night in the Italy-Ireland game, where I think, you know, it was.
That was also a great chase in the end of the game. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, good comeback there too. Ireland scored 2 late ones to sort of close the gap a little bit, but the face-off guy was, and both goaltenders played wonderful games last night as well. So get excited for that bronze medal game tonight.
We're also talking about the face-off guys when doing commentary from the other games, that their position, the face-off go-off guy, may become decreased in lacrosse game as we play 6s with only 2.
That's true.
Oh, excuse me, but there's a lot going on the field now. Nanowski with the ball. There was a great pass to Lichtner a few seconds before, but another cross-crease pass. as Team Slovakia are playing man up, and they like, that's what you said, they like playing back lacrosse, so that's why they're looking for this skip passes down on the pipe.
And they saw the successful one the first time. They went right back to it right away. Unfortunately, the pass was a little bit too low, but they saw it caught cleanly.
What
nice
a great
ride
pressure. And an empty netter by number 26, Ivan Černak. Great job by Samuel Postma, putting some lot of pressure on Andre Bremgartner, the goalie from Team Switzerland. Samuel Postma just put the pressure on the goalie, or Longstick, excuse me, just regained the ball, passed it to Ivan Černak, standing in front of an empty net, and the gap between the teams is now 5 points. Because Switzerland have scored 4 goals and Slovakia 9 2 times and 1/4 more.
Nice face-off, as I mentioned. That's it. If Switzerland is going to get back in this, it's going to have to start right there. Now they have to turn this into some offense here.
We got still plenty of time. It's more than 13 minutes. But as I told you before, Team Slovakia is having more control of the ball, which means more control of the game in this situation too. Great effort from Jackson Hartier in the defense. And now Til Schütze will try to take care of the things on the Switzerland side. A great pass behind the goal to Niklaus. He just waits for the best opportunity to pass, and number 23 Thomas Gering was looking for the feed and got pushed from behind. That's why there's a loose ball push called. I think so, loose ball push called. And the ball is red.
Aggressive defense here.
Great defense from Kalen Murphy, Slovakia. Ball moved to the other corner of the field. And a shot and a goal by number 13, Til Schütze.
Really strong.
Just a great play. They just had a lot of things going on the on one side of the field, on the right-handed side of the goalie. So they just moved it up, passed to the other side to Til Schütze, who got plenty of room to take the ball, run, accelerate, gain some speed, and just run through near to his defenders and just put the ball into the back of the net of Team Slovakia. So now the game is also it's the 4-point game.
Schütze with a strong drive though. Once he gets that downhill motion, he's very strong, broad, athletic guy. It's tough to stop if he gets that head of steam.
5 Switzerland, 9 Slovakia, that's the score. And another time, ball in the sticks of Swiss guys.
And remember, folks, people were yelling in the stands, maybe thought that that was like an over and back or something here. Remember, they have to gain the offensive area. They have to go under the restraining line there, and then they can't go back court. So in that instance, they're free to go back, and they did.
Once again, Til Schütze is trying to shoot on the run, and he made a shot.
Flag down.
And draw a penalty.
If it works once, why not go back to it? So he went down one side, he went down the right side first time, goes down the left side the second. Nice look at the net right there. They drew the flag.
And number 9 from Team Slovakia, Christian Boboni, is going straight to the penalty bench. Zeftel. And another shot by Schütze. Great physical play from Team Slovakia, but still Aidan Niklaus managed to pick up the ball, pass it to Schütze, who just made a little hitch, but got caught by his defender. Time for settle things down. Niklaus with the ball to Schütze. Flag down. So they can risk some shot. They risked the pass. That's still okay.
So we had mentioned before that Switzerland had been getting a lot of penalties called on them, sort of a little bit slightly undisciplined. But right here, we're seeing it go the other way with Slovakia, and now we're going to have the second consecutive man-up opportunity for Team Switzerland. 2 men, so it's 6-on-4. One just expired.
And a great shot from, I think it was 13, yes, still Schütze.
Timeout is
He's on
called.
the run. He's on fire. 2 goals scored in the period of 2 or 3 minutes for Team Switzerland. So now it's only 3-point difference. Slovakia 9, Switzerland 6. I think Team Switzerland is waking up in the fourth quarter.
They certainly are, and right there they call that timeout because they want to conserve the time on the penalty. They scored very early in that penalty, so the player will remain in the penalty box. They will remain in a man-up situation here for Switzerland. They want to win this face-off, gain possession again, and look to go again, get 3 consecutive goals here. So we're coming close to the point where we're thinking of, you know, the old LL Cool J song, you know, don't call it a comeback here. I mean, it's a great effort by Team Switzerland to get back in this game.
And remember what we said a few minutes ago. 1 quarter is plenty of time to come back from the
Certainly.
4-point differential. Now it's been cut to 3 points, and we've got still almost 9.5 minutes down to the final whistle.
I've seen NCAA games before where it's been a, you know, people have made up 3 goals inside of 1 minute.
Yeah.
If you have a dominant face-off guy, you can do that. But again, lacrosse is a game of momentum, you know, game of swings right here. We saw, you know, Slovakia have their sort of swing and their sort of momentum, and now it's coming back the other way. The field sort of feels like it's tilting towards Switzerland in the offensive end of the ball. So they're going to hope to win this face-off, maintain the man up, and try to get another one here.
You can be always Tracy McGrady and score in 13 seconds.
Exactly.
So let's just hope for lots of beautiful lacrosse here in Wrocław during European Men's Lacrosse Championships. We're at Pola Marsowa. We invite all of you, if you're watching us from Wrocław, just come to the game. If not, tune in and watch us on Lax TV and World Lacrosse.
Looks a little early
Long
right
stick
there.
number 7,
but
Calvin Murphy on the face-off for Team Slovakia. Since they're
someone
man
released
down.
and there was no possession, so that's going to be an illegal procedure. There was no possession called. Flag on the play. Okay. You know, again, in lacrosse, when you have that face-off, you have the players that are involved in that face-off area. The others are under the restraining box, and they can't leave that line from under that line until possession has been called. I didn't recall hearing possession. Swiss player did leave. Maybe he wasn't seen. Then there was a penalty, so another man-up situation here.
Just Jackson Herty went to the... Oh! I thought it got inside,
thought that was
but
going to be in.
So it was another shot by Schütze.
Yeah, Schütz is not afraid to pull that shot over there. He's getting those left hand free and shooting. Nice rip.
And a goal scored by number 3, Casey Realini. What a great job. He was just standing there, hanging out, waiting for the pass, and he made a beautiful time and room shot, putting the ball back into the back of the Slovakian net. So we've got like 7-9 in favor still of Team Slovakia, but the game is getting closer. That's what we like.
Sure is, yeah.
The penalty hasn't been released, though. Still, there's man up for Team Switzerland. Fight for the ball, and it's picked up by Stanislav Purgat. Another flag down. I think it's a penalty for hold, yeah.
Yep.
But the game gets, maybe not dirty, but gets full of penalties. We still got about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the game, but the penalties, oh, there are many of them.
This game has been marred with penalties, we would say. It's both ways.
18 penalties to sum up. 18 penalties served in this lacrosse matchup between Slovakia and Switzerland. There are many man-up opportunities on this field.
And behind us on the other fields, we hear some singing going on here. It sounds like it's the Scottish team. I believe
they're just singing after the game.
They had a victory over Wales. So neighbors, Scotland and Wales played each other today. And Scotland was victorious. And
almost neighbors. I think they're divided by England.
I call them neighbors. They're in close proximity,
but they live still on the same aisle.
No, I agree. It's funny, Wales has caught a lot of interest in the United States as people watch the Welcome to Wrexham show.
Oh,
the
I didn't
football
know that.
team that McElhenney and,
yeah.
and then Ryan Reynolds have purchased, and they have a TV
That's
show.
true.
And it gets a lot of airplay in the U.S., and they've brought their team.
And they
you know,
advanced.
Oh, they advanced now. They're in the, they're basically one step away from the Premier League.
Incredible.
They've really made some great movements, and people have a lot of interest in the United States about that show. And I think it's it's helped to put people are now traveling, wanting to go to Wales to go see the ground and such.
Okay, we're now having a game man-up situation for Team Slovakia. Samuel Postma to... Now the ball is in Nanowski's stick.
And if I'm Slovakia, I want to get the ball to number 92 in his stick. Great player.
Yep, and a big player.
And he's been looking to sort of facilitate a lot in this, but type of guy with his dynamic play, he can take a game over very quickly if need be.
And he likes to, as far as I remember, he or Flaska like to cut from behind and attack the goal from the X. But now it's Samuel Postma against Schütze, excuse me. He's still with him in the corner of the field, trying to outrun his opponent. Now a little
stall
peek
one,
from
keep it
Nanowski.
in.
Oh, great move by Postma, but great also defense from Til Schütze. Ball passed back to Nanowski, who's now on the X, trying to utilize this advantage. Oh, great save by Andre Braimgartner.
Sure was. Great save. Might have hit him in the helmet possibly.
Yeah.
There, heard a little rattle. Switzerland looks to clear here. Oh, that looked like a American football fullback right there, just plowing over a would-be tackler.
Yeah, just a big guy, number 30, Kai Biedermann, or Christopher Kai Biedermann, yes.
Yeah, he's big
Just
and fast
run
and strong,
through.
yes. Switzerland will try to pull it within one. They can
And
score
we
a
can
goal
see
here.
their best shooters, best scorers, Schütze and Niklaus on the field in this set. It's Niklaus going down with the ball. Oh, a great feed, but intercepted by player number 15, Jackson Hartier. Good look, but better look from Hartier.
Yeah, really nice play to anticipate that pass. It was a great idea. I thought he might be able to get it through there. Active stick right there
But
by
it's not box
Slovakia.
lacrosse.
Yes, it's nice.
There are some long poles on the field. So there's another time when Slovakia controls the pace of the game with the ball in their sticks. Lichtner to Lichtner, brother to brother. Eric to Mark.
And you can hear Switzerland saying pressure, pressure. They want their defenders to push out on these.
They know there's only 2-goal difference.
Yep.
Simon Tomaj, number 34. Now I'm sure, because I saw the name on his shirt. It's 34 number Simon Tomaj.
Yeah, I think that was the first sort of swing got him kind of on his rear, and he caught a little bit of of the player. And the second one was a real clean check, but I think he was calling him on that first one. So it's going to be a 1 minute man up on a slash.
Well, it's
Player
still
holding up, he's
penalty
ready to
number
go.
19 in
Man.
this game. Less than 5 minutes left until the final whistle. Nanowski to Czernak. Czernak to Nanowski.
Crucial man up
Flaska.
here.
Yes, it is. That can be a pivoting point of this game or not. Czernak, Nanowski, Flaska. They're just playing around the restraining line and doing some off-ball movement. Czernak, Flaska, Schütze. Oh, a missed pass from Schütze to Czernak. And Lichtner did everything he could to save the ball inbounds but it didn't work. So 3 minutes, 45 seconds, and the last opportunity. Oh, well, oh. I think the head of the stick somehow clamped with the helmet of Ivan Czernak, who's now
Imagine,
shouting.
I've seen a lot of games. I've seen two sticks get hooked together before.
Yeah.
I've never seen him get hooked on a helmet before. That's an interesting
It just
thing to have
happens,
happen.
but I don't think there's going to be any penalty because like one.
Definitely a hold. I think they'll get a hold, likely, maybe. I
Maybe.
would think. So this may come back to someone's pointing towards Switzerland, but they're probably asking how did the stick get up into my helmet? And,
Yes.
You know, it didn't get there on its own.
Although it's
down.
maybe not intentional, just
Yeah.
you know, it slipped from the shoulder. An example. Let the referees decide. They're really doing great job in such a hard game when there's almost 20
Red
penalties.
possession. So they'll keep it with red. I guess they're
Okay, no
saying
penalty.
no harm in it. Well, let's play. So it's an official time. Red will look to clear.
Ball on red. Number 72, Damian Brandenberger. Brandenberger to Jakob Thorn. The team Switzerland have switched their goalies. And it's now number 1, Jakob Thorn. Oh, a great pass to Brandenberger, who moves it down the field to Casey Realini, one of the 2 Realinis in the Switzerland team. Ball moved on the other side of the field. Then you can see still time has been stopped before because of some maybe injury, or that's a bad kind of equipment on number 3, Casey Realini, or I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I saw that in a game the other day where a player, and it could be this, where a player had a little bit of blood on their knee.
Ah, yes, you can play while bleeding.
They did stop it for that, so it could have been something like that. Not maybe the trainer. I think the trainer's coming over to sort of attend to it. So it might have been something like that. That can happen occasionally. Again, safety first.
Yes, Schütze with the ball, trying to shoot it, shots it, and Anthony A.J. Baboni stops the ball from hitting the back of the goal, passes it to Nanoski, and there's 2 minutes 40 seconds left. So Slovakia won't rush with this clear, I think. Nanoski with the ball, passes it back to Hartje. They've got plenty of time, and they've got 2-goal lead. So I think Slovakia will keep the ball as precious as they can in their
they're
sticks.
content to take their time here, Marcin, because it's one of those instances. There's no shot clock. There's no clearing count.
But they
in
can be,
international play.
can be style warning even here.
Sure.
But now, some players are complaining here.
Really pushing out here defensively is Switzerland. They need to. They know this. It's under 2 minutes now. We will be in stop time anytime that the ball goes out of bounds or there's a whistle. Stop time we're in. Switzerland has it. Down by 2.
But they're still trying and rushing to equalize or even score 1 goal to cut the lead. Great passing. And
that's
a
exactly
shot.
who you want to have it. Ooh. Nice take right there, just off line, but really nice look.
I think it was Kai Biedermann, the big guy, number 30, trying to score. And once again, Kai Biedermann. He picks the ball up.
Bit of a size differential there.
That's true, but it hasn't been utilized. Pass wasn't that accurate. Oh, and the ball is down on the ground.
That's all. Flag down.
Another penalty.
Yeah, it's. Hey, it's been hard to get any flow in this because there have been so many flags, but there's been undisciplined play. There's been sticks flying, you know, slashes and whatnot. Mentioned before those size differential of players. Lovely part about lacrosse is that you know anyone of any size can play. You know, we see everything.
That's true. I think Martin Kramar went to the penalty bench, so there's a man up. And the man up is capitalized. So we have only 1 goal difference between those 2 teams. The goal was scored by number 25, Louis Zeftel, team Switzerland. So it's Switzerland 8, Slovakia
quick
9.
stick goal right there.
Beautiful goal and a very important goal because we have now only 57 seconds and 0.95 till the end of the game, and it's getting really interesting.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. Keep it right here to Lax TV. This is an exciting last minute. We're under 1 minute to play. 1 goal game. And Switzerland's done well in the faceoff. This is a crucial faceoff right here. They want possession of this ball.
Okay, this is Purgat facing and fighting.
Withholding. We're going to withholding. It's going to go to red.
What a great
Slovakia player thought he
opportunity!
was pushed, but we have withholding.
What a great opportunity for. Oh! If this would be a goal, it would be a goal of the day or the game.
Sure. Big save.
But still, we have some time. 40 seconds, under 40 seconds, 35. Aidan Niklaus with a shot. Oh, so close to making it equal. 31.86 seconds. Oh, and we got a goal by Thomas Gering. What a great job. Thomas Gering equalizes the score with 9 against the 9 in the game. Slovakia versus Switzerland. So the game is open now with less than 25 seconds left in the game.
You know, and again, it's that man-up opportunity. Great ball movement by Switzerland. The defense is sort of moving, and they score the goal. So we had a beautiful save just prior to that by Babini, number 91, the goalie. Couldn't get that one, 9-9. The comeback is real right now.
Yes, we are talking about the comeback. How much is it possible to come back from such a deficit? And now we have seen it. There's 9-9, and in Switzerland, remember that Slovakia had won 2 games in the last second against Greece with a goal scored 10 seconds before the whistle, against Poland in the overtime. But now it's the ball in Swiss sticks, number 23. Shooting it. AJ Baboni just saved Slovakia's team. 2 seconds left, 1 second. And we're going to the overtime.
Bonus lacrosse.
Such an incredible, I'm just looking at the protocol of the game, and they were like 9-4 for Slovakia. And they made a great comeback to make it 9-9. It was first Slovakia goal, then lead 3-1 by Switzerland, then 4-4 to the draw between the teams, and then 9-4 for Slovakia. And now we're having a equal game, Switzerland versus Slovakia, with 9-9 at the end of the regulation time. We'll be back soon in the overtime.
I believe this is our 3rd overtime game of the tournament, maybe. I think that might be right. Always exciting, and remember, in overtime, it's a 4-minute period. It's sudden victory, they call it, so the first goal wins. So they'll have a little conversation out right now. They'll choose which side they want. But it's one of those things where you have to think, the momentum has been going Switzerland's way. They've done a really great job at the face-off X. They've been doing make it, take it lacrosse, where they've scored a goal, won the face-off, scored a goal. They'll look to do that again here, hoping for that. And this is going to be an exciting finale of a game that we said from the very beginning was evenly matched. We were looking forward to it, and it's lived up to sort of the billing that we had coming into this game.
I've just counted the penalties. 21.
Wow.
Such a game with the 21 penalties. The referees have full hands of work.
Sure.
But we'll be back soon with the overtime, as you said.
It's one of those things too where
goal.
you go over your sort of special teams, your man up, your man down situations. We've seen 2 men up, 2 men down, different things here. But you go over those things, you put those times in your sort of pre-training, pre-tournament camps that you might have had, and try to get your personnel right. Both teams have capitalized when the other one have been in the box. So I think that both are hoping to sort of avoid any flags in this sort of extra stanza here. And next goal will win.
Whew. So from a 5-goal differential, we are back now at the equal game. That's the beauty of lacrosse. Oh, what a shot! Life-saving.
And we're going to have a flag after that too.
And there's a penalty against probably Slovakia.
I think so, yeah. That player
Two
ended
players
up getting
colliding.
tangled up. Unfortunate too, because they had a great save. They had the ball. They were looking to clear. 2 guys got hung up right there, and we're going to have a man-up situation going to Sweden. They're discussing right now what they have.
But let's give a big highlight and a shout out to Anthony AJ Baboni, number 91, the goalkeeper of team Slovakia, who just did a great job here on saving this 1v1 shot and keeping his team alive.
They're waving that flag off.
Okay, no flag. No flag, no penalty.
So
we're playing equal with the ball in Slovakia sticks. Ball being cleared up the field by Slovakia.
And they're shutting off number 92
Oh.
Schutz.
Loose ball push, or no, ball goes red.
Wow.
Ball moved up to the defensive part of the field from Slovakia point of view. Tilshice. They're playing some patient game now. Slovakia. Schice coming off the top. And a great pass and a great shot.
Save.
Once again, Anthony A.J. Baboni.
The last two, they've gone low on him. He's made really good saves, so I'm not sure if that's their scouting report, but when they're shooting from distance, they're looking low, and he's been equal to the last two. Really big saves to come up with in overtime in a sudden, victory situation here. Next goal wins, and he's made two great saves in overtime.
And as you can see, he's also great at passing the ball. So he just passed it to Martin Kramar, who brings the ball up the field and passes it
Nice grab. Oh,
to Schutz. Griffin Schutz, number 92. He's waiting for his teammates to substitute, remember.
I think they're going to try to clear out and maybe look to have him go on this.
Maybe
Or not,
some
he looks like he's
regulation.
going to move it. And again, he's been very unselfish in this tournament, moving the ball, using his teammates.
Simon Tomaj, number 34.
And Schutz is nice look
Oh,
right there.
what a pass to Černak. And
Wow.
if this would be a behind-the-back winning
Man.
game goal, it will make the highlights around the world. Great attempt, not
Great
scored. Griffin
Exciting
Schutz.
game here.
Pass to Tomaj, to Nanoski.
Nice.
Nanoski.
And that's the game winner.
They got it. Slovakia 10, Switzerland 9 in the last game of the tournament for both of these teams. Nanoski goal makes it 11th place of the tournament for Team Slovakia, and Team Switzerland have to finish at the 12th place of the European Men's Lacrosse Championships here in Wroclaw 2025. Remember, do not turn off this stream. Sam or Summer will do some post-game interviews, and I'm really curious what are the players going to say after that incredible game with over
Great comeback,
20
too.
penalties. Great comeback, many penalties unfortunately, but also a beauty of lacrosse. 19 goals, 21 penalties, and 1 hour of beautiful lacrosse. Thank you very much. See you soon. This was Marcin Janiszewski.
And Marty Horkin.
See you.
I'm joined here on the sidelines with Jacob Nanoski of Slovakia after they defeat Switzerland. Jacob, I mean, you had the game-winning goal. This is your second overtime that you guys played. Tell me, what is it like after regulation when you guys need a second breath?
You know, ninth game, something like that. We've played a lot of lacrosse. Guess we couldn't make it easy on ourselves, but last day we just had to make sure we left it all on the field, and I'm super proud of our team because I think we definitely did that.
How have you guys, as Slovakians, grown over the course of these 2 weeks, not only playing together but off the field as well?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us haven't necessarily had a ton of history playing together, so in terms of team chemistry, a lot of that happened here, whether it was doing things off the field together, having team meetings, eating meals together, as well as just getting familiar with our styles of play.
One more time, Jacob Nanoski of Slovakia as they defeat Switzerland in overtime at the European Men's Lacrosse Championships.
Thank you.
I'm joined here on the sidelines with Oliver Vuliez of Switzerland after the game to Slovakia. Oliver, you guys have played so much lacrosse in these past 2 weeks. This game went into overtime.
Yeah.
What's it been like in terms of recovery, getting ready for the next one when you're playing back-to-back?
Yeah, 100%. I think recovery, it takes a little bit of ice bath. It takes a little bit of joking with the team. I think especially Aiden Nicholas is a guy that needs to get those jokes going. He's had some trouble off the field with some sort of outside things that we've been taking care of. And so once he's good to go, we're good to go. So that's just something we do for recovery on Team Switzerland.
How have you guys grown as a team? Obviously, a lot of you are homegrown players.
Yeah.
How have you grown not only on the field, but off as well?
Yeah, for sure. I think number one, the team's together every single night, right? Our coaches are married, their wives are here, and they're staying with the team. I'm actually roommates with a 40-year-old, Steven Zweifel, who's retiring this year. So, you know, the matches are sort of maybe not as traditional, but it works. Like, Steven's my guy. We're sort of rotating on LSM here. And just by rooming with people, we're really doing the best we can to make the team together, even if we're not actually born in Switzerland and speak the language. That's really how we're sort of staying tight.
Sounds like you guys got great team chemistry over there.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else watching back home that you might want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. So Trisha Vuliez, Martin Vuliez, my brother, and Uncle Billy. Uncle Billy's from Patchogue. You know, he's a trucker. He's loved lacrosse his entire life. And he came out actually and supported me, so I can't be ever grateful for that. So thank you, Uncle Billy, especially.
One more time, Oliver Vuliez of Switzerland here at the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championships.